So time for some shadow boxing. My name's Fran Sands and welcome to myboxingcoach.com. Really important that if you haven't seen the previous video to this, that you go and have a look at that. In that we work through some drills in respect of aggressive and defensive boxing and how you represent that in drills. Today is a video talking you through shadow boxing and how to represent the drill stuff and bring it to life in your shadow boxing. So have a little look at this. Okay, versatility of styles, defensive boxing, aggressive boxing, and just some tips and demonstrations around how you do that in respect of your shadow boxing. So think about 3 rounds of 3 minutes each round. In round 1, we're going to have a nice defensive style. Because it's less energy, it just helps you get into the flow of the shadow boxing work. In rounds 2 and 3, we're going to be focusing on the aggressive part. So, you know, defensive boxing is not about dancing everywhere. However, dancing everywhere should be something that you try and do, whether you're aggressive or defensive. In shadow boxing, look, you've got to have a bit of fun sometimes. And this is actually the kind of fun that helps you develop your coordination, your rhythm, your timing. So there's a reason why you see all kinds of boxers who'll just, in shadow boxing, they'll just do that thing that Muhammad Ali did and just work around the ring. So, you know, do that, enjoy it, dance round, you know, just get the feel of rhythm and, you know, slips and moves and fiddle about with what your feet can do. You know, little steps across. Just get a bit jazzy with some of your shadow boxing. And that's fine. There's no harm in that act of actually quite the opposite. But defensive boxing is about controlled retreat. So you're going to be there and they're going to be little movements, everything small, the movement wise, because we're on the edge of range. You want to have a controlled retreat. You want to be able to deliver shots all of the time. So it's just a subtle holding ground or slight retreats. Use the triggers, use the jabs, and use the pivot to keep the opponent thinking about where you're going to go next. And you can deflect the incoming attacks. And feel free, you know, power backhands. You want to make sure that when you do let them shots go, you're packing a punch. You don't want this opponent to just be able to walk right on through. And you can do multiple shots on the retreat. Yeah, just little movements like that. Work on that habit of getting the feet coordinating with the upper body. That's why those drills are so important. Round number 2, long range aggression. Again, edge of range, because you don't want to try and launch the attack from too far away. So boxing, pressure business, feint or punch, punch or feint. So you're taking grounds. You can be quite passive and then it's a sudden hyper aggressive attack. So it's really cover that ground, let the shots go, volume, not a single step backwards. You're putting pressure on and then launching vicious, controlled, high aggression volleys of punches. So that drill, again, really important. Get into the habit of being able to throw multiple shots as you're moving. No way to do that is to slow everything down. Get the feet and the upper body working together. And close range aggression. You know, there, so you're up close, you've got them cornered, you've got them against the ropes, you're really working that heavy bag. Fire lots of shots, centre line, flanks, body, head, all the way, but then be inventive. You know, keep switching the feet, don't just boom, 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 boom. You know, don't just fall into the habit of slamming, or don't fall into the habit of Constantly repeating the same shot. Mix it up, change it round, be inventive. So that would be round 3. Round 2 and 3, mix it up between the two of them. Long range, close range, long range, close range, long range, close range. Okay, there you go. That's how to implement skills. Implement them in your shadow boxing. Same principles apply on the heavy bag. So there you go. I hope you've picked 1 or 2 things up from that. It's always good if you can just identify 1 or 2 things that you can put in place yourself. I think it's always worthwhile in taking the time to watch videos like this. If you want to go a little bit further, download my book, The Beginner Boxer Toolkit. There's a link down to your right. You can learn the skills whilst building your strength and fitness, the correct way to throw great shots, build smooth combinations. It just gives you a strategy to put in place a direct path to the skills and fitness. So that's it. My name's Fran Sands and this is myboxingcoach.com.